Welcome to the School of Professional Development Business Language Proficiency Program, Module 5, Social Media Communication in Business, subtitled Write Clearly, Communicate Effectively. The learning objectives. They are to write for social media and professional platforms, communicate effectively with customers and clients, apply crisis communication strategies in business settings. Writing for social media and professional platforms has become the in thing today. Most business organizations, professional associations, and networks are all signed up to the main social media platforms, and they use these platforms to reach out to their community, to their networks, to their customers and clients. This enables them to read them faster than sending emails. If all organizations that are on the platforms are brought together, you can read them as fast as possible. And you can communicate effectively with these customers and clients. And if you do this, you can also plan to apply crisis communication strategies in your business settings. There are always crises looming, breaking out, consuming many businesses if they are unprepared. One way to be prepared and to behead some of the crises is by communicating with your networks, customers, clients via social media. Writing for social media and networking platforms. The advice is keep messages clear and concise. And this applies to all forms of writing in the business environment. Messages must be clear and concise, to the point. No beating about the bush. Let your readers understand at the first instance what the point you are making is. And then use brand appropriate tone. All brands have their own tones. They have their own buzzwords. They have their own lingos that are appropriate to them. And anyone who is writing on social media on behalf of an organization, on behalf of this business, should be well versed in the brand appropriate tone. In doing this, you engage with your audience. We've seen so much about how to engage, either in verbal communication or in written communication. Engage with your audience. For social media, particularly, using hashtags has become a model, and everyone needs to learn how to use hashtags. Hashtags are more or less a new creation, and they came in and became popular with digital communication, with digital platforms, and particularly with social media platforms. Virtually all media platforms today use hashtags, and you need to learn. If you're in charge of writing for the social media platforms of your business, you need to learn how to create, use, monitor hashtags. There is an article in the folder for this module on how hashtags are used. You can read that up, or you can search on the internet on your own how to use, how to create, how to monitor hashtags. They are the in thing. And there are tips for LinkedIn and Twitter, now X, particularly because these two are the most professional, and your customers, your clients, your network live on social media, particularly on LinkedIn and X. So to use these two platforms in particular, pay attention to tone, pay attention to the content, and pay attention to the use of hashtags. These three combined will help you create engaging, informative, communicative messages on social media. LinkedIn in particular is professional. If you are a professional and you are not on LinkedIn, they will tell you, no, you have not started. You have to be on LinkedIn. You gather a lot of information on professional areas on LinkedIn. They are also for thought leaders. They bring people together, create networks, create groups, and then they push out their views and the messages of professional areas on LinkedIn. Twitter or X, as a microblogging platform, has even overtaken LinkedIn. It is most vibrant. You could be on X every hour of the day and you'll never cover all there is to cover. So, professionals, business organizations leverage this particular social media platform to reach out. And in reaching out, you have to be concise, you have to be engaging, and give real-time updates. And you can do that. Everybody is encouraged to do that, as a matter of fact. So, these two in particular, of course, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all the others are there. But these two are the most professional. Customer service and client communication. If you want to really engage with customers and clients through these communicative platforms, you have to respond promptly and professionally. The reason for being prompt and professional is not far-fetched at all. There are competitors in every business area, in every professional area. And as competitors, we know what goes on. It's competition. And competitions make use of under the table tactics. You write posts against other professionals or against other businesses. And if they are not alive and prompt on social media, a lot of damage could occur to the business. Therefore, everyone has to be alive on it, respond promptly, but professionally, so as to counter anything. Besides, there are developments, always new developments in business areas, and you have to push out these developments, explain them so that people get to know what's going on. If you keep quiet, the world does not know what you are doing. So you have to blow your own trumpet. Even in professions where they don't permit advertisements, reaching out to your customers, clients, and your network via social media without advertising is also advertising in itself. But if you don't know how to use this, then I'm sorry, you are just living in the dark ages. And in these communication devices, you show empathy and understanding. Don't go bragging. Don't go as if you want to rubbish anyone. Don't go antagonizing. Show empathy at all times. Somebody says something that is wrong. Oh, we understand. We know where you are coming from. But that's not how it really is. I can put it this way. You need to understand it along this line. That's showing empathy. Somebody's been wronged, and rather than assuage their feelings, you are pouring salt on injury. You are not doing your business any good by doing that. Sorry to have caused you such an embarrassment, or to have wronged you in that manner. It was not intended. What we meant to do is this, and we will make amends. This is the way we are going to go about it. That's what professional language in business requires. Empathy, understanding, At all times, use positive language. Don't live in the negative. Live in the positive. And if you live in the positive, people will look at you more as a friend, as a supporter. And in doing that, offer solutions, not excuses. Oh, the thing happened like that because. No, we are sorry it happened. It should not have happened at all. We apologize for that. And to show our apology, we are offering you this way out. Offer solutions at all times. That is the way you promote your business. What are the channels for client communication in business? Email is one. Live chat is another. Most businesses today have websites. Since the world moved away from the old stationary, unmoving, uninteractive platform of a website to the interactive website types, you create live chats. You create platforms where people can respond, where people can ask questions, where people can make comments. But somebody has to be monitoring it. It's not enough to ask people to ask questions, to make comments without your being there monitoring and responding. That is the interaction in social media. That is what social media offers you. Even on your website, your social media platforms are listed. And when you offer something like a live chat and you employ somebody to be on it, very well trained, with good language credentials, they are going to promote your business. Phone. If you are not available to take calls all the time, and not many people will be able to afford to do that. These days, you have a line, you use WhatsApp, and you already program the WhatsApp. When it comes in, somebody is there to respond and must be there to respond. And in the age of artificial intelligence, some of these things have been made much easier for everyone. But then, of course, you have to train people to use AI. You have to create your own AI and let your AI respond. And use social media direct messages, DMs. Create support portals. These are some of the channels of communication for clients and customers. I give you some examples of positive phrasing in engaging with customers, clients, and networks. We always say that positive language wins, and you must cultivate the habit of using positive language. If you want to win in business, if you want to win as a professional, this is the way to go. So, Instead of saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, that's not possible." The sorry itself is not enough. Say, on the contrary, "Here's what I can do for you." What they want is impossible. You know it is impossible, but don't emphasize the impossibility. Say what is possible and offer that possibility. So say, "Here's what I can do for you." Or instead of saying, "You misunderstood the point," don't say that. Say something like, "Let me clarify that for you." People are better pleased when you use positive language. There will always be crises in business, in professional environments. There was, as an example, an occasion where a former student of FUTA, who was displeased with the way they were treated while they were in FUTA, took to social media when social media came up and wrote some nasty things about FUTA. Unfortunately, at that point, FUTA had no presence on social media. So the thing had gone viral before FUTA was alerted. And the situation now became firefighting. Too late to behead the snake. The snake has spread its vitriol all over, and you now have to rush a whole lot, a barrage of messages out there to try to quell it. But today, everybody, every institution, every business should have a presence on social media. And they must be monitoring information related to your business. If they are doing that and they catch a crisis brewing, you hold a crisis meeting and get on social media, and then you take measures. What are some of the essentials? Respond quickly and honestly. Acknowledge the issue. Yes, this happened, but perhaps not as reported. This is the way it happened. And express empathy. Somebody has been wronged. Somebody has become a victim. Somebody is not happy. The worst thing is to ignore them. Further, is much worse to rub salt on injury. So, express empathy and provide clear next steps. This is the way to go. And we will be there all the way with you. Make sure you follow up as is required. Draw up a crisis communication plan. The plan could and should include designating a spokesperson who knows very much about the issue and who has great credentials with communication, draft templates and FAQs. FAQs are frequently asked questions, and monitor the FAQs because people are expressing their views. They're asking questions about things that may not have been included in the FAQs, so you can keep expanding the FAQs to respond to the issues that people are raising, and use approved panels, not personal channels, not personal platforms. Monitor feedback and adjust messaging. All these must be included in your. And what are the takeaways from this module? Tailor your writing for the platform and audience. Positive, empathetic communication builds trust, builds confidence, builds dependency. Be proactive and professional in crisis. And if you do this, you are placing your own business and professional environment in a positive light for the world to see, for clients, for customers, for your networks to depend on you. And you'll be making hay while the sun shines. Thank you.